Straight out the boot room to Wembley, our second home. We come to conquer, no, we never walk alone. We dominate the cream of the crop, drawing all our strength from the roar of the cock. It's all for one and one for all. Pass a move, we're talking total football. Here we go again, Roy's red machine. Liverpool, the greatest team the world has ever seen. Pass a move, it's the Liverpool crew. Pass a move, it's the Liverpool crew. Pass a move, 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 it's the Liverpool crew.
Hello and welcome back to the Liverpool Groove. So we haven't been here for a while and it seems that fucking all hell has broke loose in our absence. So we'll have to not do that again. But it's been crazy the last couple of weeks. The last couple of weeks hasn't really been that crazy, except we can only win 3-1. But obviously Sunday was an absolute catastrophe of levels that we haven't seen before. And it's all just unfolding day by day at the minute. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do it a bit different today. And I'm going to start by, I'm going to play the audio that PGMOL have released yesterday so that it's all nice and fresh in our minds so that we can rightly fume about the decision and what's to come and everything from that. So let's get into that first and foremost. Let's get that out the way. But while I'm setting that up, Jay, it is good to be back.
Yeah, it is, lads, yeah. So we had plans of me being on while I was on holiday, but never worked out that way. I watched the 2 games while I was away. Again, as you say, we're just getting used to going down by a goal, aren't we, and coming back and winning 3-1. So it's nice to go down by a goal and know you're not going to lose. I've got that feeling back where you go, oh, fuck it, they'll get into it maybe in the next half an hour or so. See how we go.
Yeah. I mean, I feel exactly the same. It's last season when we were going to go down, I was fuming, thinking we're not going to come back in this season. We're going to go down, and I'm not even reacting to it. It's like, okay,
yeah, it's just
that's
like
just a no.
Yeah, accept it, and hopefully we can get rid of that part of our game. But at the minute, it's sort of like giving us a kick up the arse that we need in that moment in time, and we're turning up eventually. That's the main thing. As long as we're chipping away points and results, lad.
That's it. Right, so let's jump right into this. Look, preloaded and everything. So, as I say, play this and then we'll discuss that. So,
oh, good. Both holding.
Yeah. Leave it though.
Waiting, delaying.
Yes. Give it.
Coming back for the offside, mate.
Just checking the offside, delay. Give me kick point. Let's go.
Yep.
Kick point,
Yeah,
please.
no worries,
So here we are.
Thank you. Wait, okay.
Just get a tight angle.
Yeah, give me 2D line ready as well for frame
Right,
2
so
after that. That's fine.
Frame 2 there.
Perfect.
I've got the time on this. I clock
2D line on left boot.
Yep. Well, let me just
Romero,
switch
I think it
angles.
is.
I think it might be this angle better.
Hey,
Happy with
Okay.
this angle?
you
Yeah.
organise, you don't
Yep.
you?
2D line on the boot.
2D line on the boot.
Yep. Okay.
Wait, no, wait.
So 2D line on the boot.
And
I'll
stop.
zoom
Check
in.
complete. Check complete. It's fine. Perfect.
Yeah. Off. Thank you, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Wait.
boys, good process,
The
carry
on-field
on.
decision was offside. Are you happy with this?
Yeah,
Are you happy with this?
offside
On-field,
decision, goal. Yeah, that's
Now
what it does.
What?
on-field decision was offside. Are you happy with this
Never
image?
get there. It's fine.
Yeah, it's onside. The image we gave you is
Yeah.
onside.
Left back.
He's played. He's
Yeah.
gone offside.
Out.
Delay.
Clear.
Ollie's saying to delay. Ollie's saying to delay.
Red throw.
Pardon?
Ollie's calling in to say delay the game to complete the
Yeah.
decision is offside.
Can't do anything.
Ollie's saying to delay.
Ollie?
Yeah. Yeah, go
Delay the game. Stop the
Yeah,
game.
but they've restarted
Nothing
the game.
from on the field.
Can't
Yeah,
do
they've
anything.
restarted. Yeah,
Can't do anything.
no.
I can't do anything. I
Right
can't do
back.
anything.
So there we have it.
Wow. Wow.
I listened to it yesterday and I just thought the audio makes it worse. Like if they'd just come on and gone, if he'd just gone check complete, goal, and then it just carried on and no one's kind of even questioned it, you kind of go, what the fuck's happened there? But I think the way it's happened, why isn't the word offside or onside said earlier in the whole fucking thing? It's only when it's been given, the play's carried on, that someone's gone, he was onside.
It's literal. It's like they haven't watched the match and they don't understand or what's happened and what point they're at. Like the efficiency, how it sounds, VAR, as soon as they see the first line, he goes, right, that's perfect, fine. Sort of give it. Where's the referee in all this conversation?
Yeah.
Why is none of this being relayed back to him, or why is he not speaking back? If it is, it's a fucking weird one. The one thing that concerns me is when you hear the word off straight away. As soon as the ball hits it, he goes off, and you're like, just let a decision be made first.
Yeah.
We can look at, saying it's being done on purpose and there's people cheating from within and they support whoever. I don't think that's the case. As Klopp said today, I don't think it's done on purpose. I think just the lack of ability and the jobs what they're doing, I just don't think they're good at it. Like that conversation there, you'd swear it was fucking 4 students around the bar. There's not a fucking clue what's going on. They haven't got a clue. Fucking hell. It took a couple of seconds before that the replay operator comes in and goes, they haven't even give a goal.
Yeah.
And you have said, yeah. Like, it's bizarre.
But why is the one person in the room who isn't the referee the only one who couldn't fucking go? The on-field decision was onside. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
And
like,
it was offside, sorry.
Why is the linesman flagged for offside knowing VAR's there? How many times have we seen this season where they play on and risk injury, the ball goes in the net, and then it's VAR who rule it offside? So I don't know what's the fucking point. Stop giving 2 people jobs doing the same thing. It's either the linesman's job to call it or it's not. If that was the linesman's job and VAR isn't there and it's called offside and it's wrong, we just go back to the pub and we argue about it. That's what football has always been. The fact that you've got these fucking computers and the analysis and human beings in offices overlooking every angle to still fuck it up it's fucking bizarre, lad. And all the fans like ridiculing us for fighting back. They're all knobs because without people like us, fucking not me and you, but without our fans arguing and not sitting down and going, no, we'll just take it on the chin. Nothing changes. They won't be changed. They'll have to change something within the system now.
Yeah, and I think they've announced some changes to the way it's going to be done for the rest of the season. I know they can't really do major changes in anything because it's all got to go through like the governing bodies and all that shit, which it's not going to happen this season, anything major. But I think what they've got to now do is whatever's being checked, if it's an offside and anything like that, I think the referee has got to go, right? So the referee's got to like say, on-field decision is onside or offside, whatever. That's got to be said first and foremost, and then the VAR's got to check with the assistant VAR before they give any advice to the referee. So they can't just go, right, I'm suggesting goal, blah, blah, blah. He's got to go, I'm suggesting a goal, assistant VAR, fucking Joe Bloggs, whatever your name is. Do you agree? Are you happy with my suggestion? Yeah, relay that to the referee. So the fact that they've made these changes based on what we've argued, based on what we've said and what our statement said, proves that it's not just us moaning as other fans would like to believe it. It is genuine. It's it's monumental because a mistake of this magnitude hasn't happened before. Yeah, there's been errors in judgment, and a lot of these calls are subjective with the ones that have gone wrong. And I say subjective, it's like, you look at Wolves' first game of the season against United, Andre Onana punches people in the face and gets away with it. I say that's subjective because it's still an opinion, but the opinion should only be that it should have been a penalty. So that's one of them where you kind of go, well, if one person doesn't think it's a penalty, fair enough, it's wrong, but fair enough. This was like, there's no 2 ways about it, and that's what's so unprecedented about it. The one thing we've always been led to believe with VAR is the one thing you can trust 100% is offside. And so everybody's just kind of gone, yeah, sound. If that's what you're saying is offside, then that's offside. This has blown it all out the water. How can we now trust VAR going forward with offsides?
Exactly. As well, when like our VAR class is watching that whole clip because the flag went up, the ref blew his whistle, the ball's in the net, the ref give a free kick, and then the VAR comes in. So for them to not know that offside was given initially, I don't get how they've been watching it. They must only watch the clip that they're intervening with, which is scary. Straight away. If you've got 4 fellas in the room or in separate rooms with mics on, give it like a FIFA scenario sort of thing. You're discussing that incident If the ref hasn't got access to what you're just saying, then whether he likes it or not, you're discussing what decision he's making. So they should have all at one point gone, fucking hell, that's a goal, that should never be offside. And then they discuss it and say to the ref, you're actually wrong there, mate. It's definitely onside. We'll draw the lines, but it's a goal. But not done. Not done at all. They've literally switched it on from the ball in the net and then from the pass through to Diaz. And that's where the decision's made. And even though it is onside, they haven't seen at any point that the goal wasn't given, which is fucking bizarre.
Well, that's it. Their whole job is to sit there and watch the match and make sure that they get the decisions right. Go back and meticulously go over the decision that's being made. And clearly, I can understand why they've come to the decision so quick, because they have thought it's onside. But like you said, I just don't know how they've actually come to that conclusion that they've gone on-field decision must be onside, because it's clear. What the on-field decision should be shouldn't be a factor. It's what the on-field decision is, not what it should be. And that's where they've fucked up. They've gone, it's clearly onside, so they must think of onside.
What's annoying? Sorry, go on.
No, it's just it's just mad. It's crazy.
No, well, what's annoying to me as well is the little loophole they've got where they can't take it back. The ball's out of play. Hasn't even gone back into play yet. Or it's just been a throw-in. So literally take it back 5 seconds and say, I fucked up. We all use a throw-in maybe. It's not going to change the course of the game. It's a goal. It's a fucking goal. It's kick off. I don't understand that bit. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's bizarre, lad.
And not only that, you've got the people pointing out a few years ago, and they probably changed the ruling with VAR after it. So I can still understand the point. United a few years ago got given a penalty after full time. So why could they do it then but can't do it now? It's bizarre.
It just doesn't make sense. There's too many loopholes in it. And too many clubs are finding it accidentally. Like obviously, Tottenham have got away with one there, but it's nothing through what they've done. It's just look at the draw. We've obviously would have got away with a few in the past as well. It's not about what team's involved or who's had what in the favour and against them. It's about finding a balance now with VAR actually benefiting the game, and at the minute it doesn't whatsoever. All we talk about is VAR, whether we win or lose, just something's happened with VAR. And when it's that blatant and that obvious, it just shouldn't even be in a conversation anymore. It should just be a machine that goes, bang, get it offside, play on.
Yeah. And I think the problem is you've got, they should bring in just VAR people whose job, don't switch from being a ref to being VAR, because these people are, they're going to be influenced by the teams that are playing and decisions that go wrong. And people were saying, and I was one of them, to be fair, because I was that pissed off, but how Klopp's getting tagged because of the whole Paul Tierney thing, and things like that. That's going to influence the people in VAR because they're refs as well. And I think maybe just bringing in people who are purely VAR, who haven't refed in the Premier League before, maybe, and just having them solely be VAR. Let the refs be refs and the VAR be VAR.
Yeah, it makes sense, lad, because the rule book's the rule book, so you can learn it. And that's the problem in football, is that a lot of those involved in making the fucking decisions haven't played the game. So the likes of the Curtis Jones red card, which was an absolute fucking farce as well, when you look at a still image. Yeah, but if VAR is able to watch the build up to that play and say, right, in real life, watch it in real life, watch it slow down, then the correct decisions are going to be made. Because you've got people who think they're bigger than football involved in it. It's always going to be like a battle. I've said this from the word go. Referees and VAR aren't in cohesion either. They're not working together. One's trying to outdo one of the other ones all the time to make sure it's his decision that's granted, and it's fucking stupid. But as you say, just get people who can draw fucking lines for offsides and who can say to the referee, we're giving onside, it's a goal, through a mic, not fucking hard. But the likes of red cards and that, have a team of people who are watching it live, who, speak to each other and give the referee a bit of advice.
Yeah. Let's move on to some of the other talking points from the game then. Like you mentioned there, the Jones red card. People are going to be 50-50 on that. I understand it. obviously, I don't think it was a red card myself. I know a lot of our fans will obviously say that it wasn't a red card. Yeah, I can understand. I can understand why they have done it, to be honest, because of the still image, and I think that's influenced the decision more than anything. If the still image was where they've both connected with the ball first, it wouldn't have been a red card. I think the referee would have stuck with his on-field decision, and that's the problem. He's been influenced. Klopp's even said it today in his news conference. If I had gone over to VAR and seen that still image, I would have sent him off as well. And I think that's the problem. You look at the still image and go, fucking hell, yeah, that's a bad tackle. If I had seen the still image, I would have sent him off. You probably would have done if you'd just seen that, and that's it. But you've got to look at the whole context of the tackle. They've both gone in for the ball. Jones is connected with the ball. And because of the momentum of both players, his foot accidentally slipped over it. And yeah, he's caught the player. But it's a risk you take when you're going in for a 50-50.
But there's no malice or power in the tackle either.
No, not at all.
Things being taken off it by him making contact with the ball. There's nothing in it. The player's gone down like a bag of shite. Fair enough, it happens in football. It does, it happens. But say, referee watches that clip 5 seconds before he goes over the ball and his decision's made. It's obvious that it's not a red card. The same with the Jota one. Like, the first one's not even a fucking issue. Don't get how he's got booked for that.
Yeah, I mean, the first Jota yellow card is a joke. He doesn't touch him. And if he does, he hasn't stuck his leg out or nothing. They're both literally running. His heel, if anything, clips Jota's knee and he tips himself up. That can't be helped. Both players are running. He's trying to catch up with him, that's all. The second yellow, I don't think it's a yellow card again, but at the same time, you're on a yellow. Don't dive in on a yellow. Don't give the referee a decision to make. When every other decision's not gone our way in that game, don't give him another one to make. Jota he's been stupid in that moment, and I think it's been anger more than anything that's made them do that. And I understand that. I can understand the frustration, but you've just got to use your head in that moment and go, he's probably gone after it. Why the fuck have I done that?
Yeah, it probably is just anger. It's probably, I think, when you feel like a game's getting away from you and there's absolutely fuck all you can do about it because the ref's a knob, I think you do just in the end just maybe give up a little bit and just fucking lash out. That's what he's done. I say, we've been unfortunate there. The ref's been horrendous. Sattler got booked. I don't think I've ever seen Sattler get booked.
He kicked the ball away. That's what it was.
But then you've got the likes of that, kicking the ball away. Anthony Gordon done it against us. Anthony Gordon put his hand up for a yellow card against us. Anthony Gordon fouled sent, so he could have had fucking 3 yellow cards. In the same game with Charlison has put his hand up for a yellow card against us. One of the other players has put his hand up for a yellow card in the ref's face, and it's not fucking simulation. So there's no consistency in any of that shite. If you're going to give one a booking, then book all the others, but you can't just keep doing it to the same teams over and over again. We've been hit with every fucking rule that you could be hit with this season so far, and we're only about 7 games in. It's a joke.
4 red cards in 7 games. It's got to be some kind of record, that, like, hasn't it?
Only over us, that. But again, because what do we moan about? We moan that we've got no malice players, no fucking nasty, nothing nasty in us, and we sort of play our system and we let the ball do the work. And sometimes it's nice to see lads getting stuck in, but when you're getting punished for getting stuck in fairly and doing things the right way, then it fucking becomes a joke.
Yeah. And like you said,
the word joke when it comes to VAR and football and refereeing, lad, it's boring me stiff. Like, you can't enjoy a goal, you can't enjoy a game, you can't celebrate anything anymore because shit like this is happening every week in, week out, for every fucking team nearly. There's an incident with VAR in nearly every single game now, and 9 times out of 10 it's a wrong decision.
Yeah. I mean, even in the Super Sunday game, literally the day later, you'd have Brentford denied a clear penalty.
How's that even possible?
They had the chance to redeem themselves a day later, and he fucked it up again. So I just don't understand how VAR's got to get massively looked at in the summer. And what's weird about it is it only seems to be this league that this many VAR fucking controversies we are getting looked at, and it might be because we don't follow other leagues, but you don't hear of nothing like this. Where even in Champions League, lad, you never see anything like this. There's never really any controversies in European football with VAR.
No.
And so it's got to come down to the standard of refereeing again. And you've got that divvy ref support on Twitter who
He's a
thinks
knob.
the sun shines out of referees' asses. In fact, the only time I've ever seen him criticise a referee was when he said he got the offside goal wrong at the weekend. So first time for everything, but
still was chatting shit like all the humans and he make mistakes and give them a chance and all that. No, fuck off.
you've had plenty of chances.
Sack the fucking lot of them. They're all dopes. It can't keep happening. It's the same refs in circulation, the same linesmen in circulation who were doing the same shit. It's like the fucking managers when it was going from like Watford to West Brom to Norwich, all rotating, being shit. Just get rid of them and let them go down the leagues and be at the level they're at. Just the shite.
Yeah.
Let it happen with the referees and the linesmen. They're not good enough to be at this stage. They're just not. It's clear and obvious. That's a fucking clear and obvious VAR. Fuck them all up. It's shite.
I think what's funny about it all as well is you look on Twitter and obviously you mentioned before about like the rival fans and that. They don't realise. They're going, well, what about this decision? We didn't pipe up about that and no one piped up about this decision and that decision. It's like, well, first of all, that's your problem. Don't fucking have a go with us for actually doing what other teams should have been doing. And all they're actually doing is highlighting actually how bad it is to help in our case. Yeah. So thanks.
They're putting loads on. Someone, I think it's an Evertonians, put about 12 clips of like where Liverpool could have had red cards and haven't and that.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, that's fine. We haven't moaned about them because obviously it's benefits us, but the teams in all those clips should.
Yeah.
You absolutely should.
It's that simple.
We're not going to say, oh, you're being petty. No, if it's a fucking blatant red card or a nearly leg snapped, then yeah, fair enough. But again, still images don't help, do they?
No, not at all. But as we know with Twitter and social media, Liverpool bad equals interactions. So we're never going to get the support that it needs. The only one I've actually seen properly supporting it, Neville backtracked within 24 hours. It was like, it was terrible, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day, they're going too far with it now. Fuck off, Gary, you slot-headed cunt. The only one I've seen actually supported and fucking stick to his guns with it is that Mark Goldbridge, who's an absolute plant pot. He's been spot on with everything, lad, and it's surprising because he's a plant pot. But he's fair play to him. He stuck to his guns and he said it how it is, and it needed to be said from a rival, from someone big with a big following, from a rival fan base, lad. It needed to be said, and fair play to him for doing it. But
he's done it a number of times as well. He's even responded to the fucking audio and stuff like that. He's had it a few times, and can only fucking take me out after him for it because he's had the balls to have his own fans ridicule him to speak for the good of football, because that's all it is. It's not for the good of Liverpool. We'll get nothing out of it. All it'll do is make changes in the future. We're not going to get a fucking replay. We're not going to get any points. The fairest thing they could really do is go, right, we apologise, we'll give you the fucking 3 points and Tottenham can keep their 3 points. And that's it. That would make sense. I think all football clubs at this stage of the season will go, that's pretty fair, because we took the lead. They went down the other end to fucking take the lead after that. You know what I mean? It would make absolute sense. But, or, because you can't drop them points, but there's too much you could say to how we can benefit Liverpool. We're not really asked about benefiting from it now. We want fairness across football, and that's it.
Yeah, literally, that is all. Let's try and focus on some of the good from the game, because we played well. We really did do well. I think with 11 men, we were blow for blow with them. It was an exciting game. And I think when we went down to 10, we were better, which we're getting used to playing with that this season now, aren't we? So I'm not surprised. And then 9 men, we defended for our lives, and it was just an unfortunate fucking own goal from Matip in the end. And I think it was a lose-lose situation for him there, because if he'd left it, there's a Tottenham player on the back post to put it in. He's got there a millisecond too late, and it's come off a bit dodgy for him. But you know what? He played great all game. I think Joe Gomez at right back has been fucking surprisingly quite good. I just think everyone. It's weird that it's like recently teams, they're getting one chance against us early and they're scoring it, and then we're not letting them do anything else. It's like we need that 10 minutes to wake up, and teams are capitalising on it for that 10 minutes, and it's just, we need to get that out of our game. Don't get me wrong, we really do. But the way we're playing at the minute, we're we would have beat them with 10 men. I'm absolutely sure of it.
Yeah, it's like what you're saying with the, like conceding early and that. It's like we need to learn a lesson early on, and it picks our players up. I don't know what it is, but so as long as they pick up from it, I'm not really asked. It does need to be something that changes in our game. I think as well, going down to 10 men, when we put a few more players at the back and we defend a little bit deeper, we look better. We actually look a better team. We look a better unit. We look fucking solid. But again, they've got that grit and determination again that we've lacked last season. Everyone looks hungry. You know, there was talk of, as Klopp lost the dressing room last season, of players down and tools, as you know, people happy, and now all of a sudden they just all run through brick walls for them again. For us, for the fans, there's that connection again. So I think there's only going to be good things come this season. We've got to realise that it's still the start of a rebuild. Still only the very start of the rebuild, and it's looking good. So this game aside and this first loss of the season aside, we know it shouldn't have really happened. So we can dust ourselves off and look forward to the next game, hopefully.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, again, defensively, I thought we were very good. I don't think even with 9 men, he didn't really have a chance. I think except for the one that ended up resulting in the goal. But I think we nullified Maddison quite well, except for their goal. Alisson was just, I mean, we don't even need to talk about him anymore. Let's be honest, he's ridiculous. Yeah, it's just I wasn't concerned about the loss. I really wasn't, and like even with the loss, it was the first time I've like watched Match of the Day and stuff after it to just see it again and stuff like that. I never do that if we lose, and I did because I thought we played that well. I really did think we played well, and Postecoglou, fair play to him. He's come in and he's done a really good job there. He's got them playing good football, and it was a good test for us, and one I think we absolutely passed. And as I say, we were just unfortunate at the end. So it's I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. It's going to be nice to see some faces, get another run out. Bendo, Kwanzaa, who's been phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah,
Kelleher obviously getting another run out. I think Europa is going to be his competition. And if we go far in it, I hope we do what we did the other year with the Carabao Cup and let him play every round if he's going to play the whole group. I think Trent will probably come back into the team. Obviously, just coming back from injury. Jota, Jones, these players. By the way, Curtis Jones has been phenomenal as well lately. He's been absolutely brilliant. Slotting in at right back, fucking running the show. He's really like he's always had that swagger about him, but he's starting to properly show why now.
I think he's obviously we said, didn't we? He's got to try and make that step forward now into, you know, a mature player and like a first team player. He's been around the squad for a few years now, and he hasn't quite made that step into can he start? But now he's looking like every bit of the player we wanted to see. It's not just because he's Scouse. It's always nicer when the Scouse, but I think he's in his position on merit alone, not location, and he's performed well. He's got that hunger and that grit as well. And did he get the armband today as well?
Yeah, the League Cup game.
Yeah,
he was
so,
captain at right back. Yeah,
like so that I think they're a little lad's dream when you're growing up, and then for him to live it, fair play to him. I think he's coming through brilliantly, and you're seeing the likes of Harvey Elliott and that. They're their age, what's he, 19, 20, and he looked a little bit better than Jones at one point, but now Jones is overtaking the likes of him in the starting position and stuff. So it's good to see. We've got a good mix of young players, and I think they're all supporting each other. There's no competition for places, as you'd like. They're sort of just all helping each other, and they're all taking the chances when they get a game, which is only positive.
Yeah, definitely. No, we've like you say, we've got a really good mix. I think the lads that have come in the summer have all been good in different ways. Obviously, Szoboszlai is the greatest midfielder walking the earth right now.
He's great, isn't he?
He's unbelievable, lad. Someone put a stat out today, some page. He's been dribbled past 16 times, more than he's made tackles. It's like,
couldn't give a fuck.
Who gives a fuck? What kind of stats that? He's an attack-minded midfielder. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Just proper weird because people are raving about him, and I don't know, they don't like it or something. Anyway, McAllister, He's taken a little bit longer to settle in, I feel, but you can see the qualities there. And to be fair to him, he's not probably playing where he wants to play at the minute. I don't think he really wants to be sitting in front of defence holding. So I think he's doing really well there. And then Endo's just Endo. Endo's just vibes.
Do you know what he's getting there though? We're like seeing the pass to Szoboszlai the other day. Through 3 bodies, he's looking confident. He's getting the ball and going. He's making tackles. So I think Szoboszlai is standing out that much that the others aren't really getting a mention. But there's a reason why, lad. He is fucking out of this world. He's our star man, isn't he?
He's class, lad. I love him. Again, I've said it for a few weeks now. It feels like the 60 mil wasn't enough for him. It feels a bit...
Yeah, you feel bad, don't you?
A little bit, yeah. But no, the other two are looking good as well. I say Endo was very good against Leicester, to be fair. It was nice for him. He got probably the first time he's got the full... I think that might have been his first full 90 with 11 men, at least anyway. So no, it's going well. And as I say, the way he's integrated some of these young players... Quanta, as I mentioned before, in particular, hasn't put a foot wrong since he's been in the first team, and we say it all the time, and like the E-Reds hate it, don't they? But he is saving us money at the minute because we don't need another centre back at the moment with him. But he is the whole lad, and it's people say that, and I do understand it, but he genuinely is right now. We're not just saying it because he's playing, and he's playing well. He's meriting his place at the minute. So he genuinely is like a new signing at the minute.
What the E-Reds would prefer to do is sell him and spend 40 mil on someone with the same stats, and they wouldn't be asked as long as they spend the dough. That's all it's about. It's fucking pathetic. It's not about saving money either. It's about, is there a player in our defence who's available and whose ability matches what we want for his age and for the level he's at, and he's doing it. He looks fucking absolutely spot on. He doesn't put a foot wrong. He looks assured. He looks confident on the ball. He can pass a ball. He can fucking dribble, and he's good defensively as well. So, what more do you want? Like, fucking hell, there's reasons. Klopp's not a dickhead. There's reasons why sometimes we don't buy players, and it's because players like him get a chance now, and that's the beauty of Liverpool. As young lads get a chance, and I'd rather it be that way. So, at the height of the meltdown in the summer, when shit weren't going our way and we were losing players fucking left, right and centre, then it doesn't look that good when you go, oh, there's a fucking 19-year-old giant there who's available. Do you know what I mean? But now fold and we've seen him and we can appreciate him, then it's the right thing to do. We just integrate him into the team like we would have done a new signing. We've watched him from the academy, he's come up, and we've let him find his feet a little bit, and now he's in and around the squad, and rightly so.
No, that's exactly it, and he's took his chance and he's ran with it, and like I say, he deserves to be in there right now. So long may it continue. That's what we want to see. That's why you have an academy, so that these players do come through and take the chance with both hands.
Little shout on Joe Gomez as well, lad, because as you know, I'm not his greatest fan, but again, I don't think he's put a fucking foot wrong this season. Everywhere he's played, he's played at the centre and he's played right back, and you know he's doing what we need. He's defending when he needs to defend, and he's going forward when he needs to go forward, and he's keeping it so simple. But as with him at right back, we actually look better defensively. We look a unit, and we don't do anything out of the ordinary, which obviously affects us a little bit going forward. But that's why the midfield comes into it.
Yeah. And I think it's nice for him that he hasn't got to cover two positions, because as you've always said, one of his biggest things is with playing right back with Trent next year is you've got to cover Trent a lot of the time as well. So he's not having to do that. He can just literally focus on his man, and he's showing his ability again. And again, I think he's been very good. And again, it means we've got Conor Bradley there waiting in the wings when he comes back from his injury to be Trent's backup. But I mean, that's Gomez's at the minute, and to be fair, I mean, Trent's back, and I think even Gomez should still be starting over him at the minute.
It's just hard because of the position. Like, Trent's effectively like a fucking quarterback in American football, isn't he? He's the main man. He is the be all and end all. There isn't a replacement for him. If he gets injured, you go, oh my God, he's fucked. we're fucked. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing with him. You can't play a Conor Bradley, a normal right back, to play in his role and expect the same outcome. And the same with Gomez. But when Trent's back in there, what you gain going forward, you lose at the back. So it is a catch-22 game. He's absolutely phenomenal going forward, Trent. But as a unit, as a team, we actually look better defensively when he's not there, which is mad because he's so good going forward. But we're still scoring goals, we're still creating chances, we're still picking teams off, and I don't know whether there's benefits outdo the negatives when he's on the pitch.
Yeah,
which is fucking crazy.
It is, and you've just kind of touched on it there, and I think that's been the thing with Gomez during this spell is in first half of games where we've been behind and we haven't come back until the second half. It's almost like he's been asked to play like Trent in the first half, and then we've got in at half time, gone, okay, this isn't working, Joe, play your own game. And as soon as you come out second half, he's looked brilliant and hasn't put a foot wrong. And I think that's the problem, like you've just said. You can't expect anybody in world football possibly to come in and play the game like Trent, because nobody can. But you've got to let these players play to their own strengths. And in second half of games in particular, that's what we have been doing. And that's why we've been so solid defensively in second halves. Yeah,
and it's credit to Klopp as well to be going, right, something's not quite ticking here. Let's change it a little bit. Let's tweak it. Whether it's fucking make Gomez come back 2 or 3 yards or whatever in the second half and just find a little bit of space. We're making decisions. There's no stubbornness anymore of this is going to work, this is going to work. If it's not quite going, we're not doing what we need to do, then it's getting changed up a little bit. And seeing that with the substitutions as well. He's been spot on with the subs. Everything seems to be going the way we want it to, and it's only early days, so we're only going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously tomorrow, next game in the Europa League, as we mentioned there, probably see a whole host of changes to the squad. Big night for Alexis McAllister as well. Obviously gets to play against his brother. But I mean, I don't know a lot about this team, to be honest. I know they've kind of come from nowhere in Belgian football a little bit, kind of breaking the mold of like the big teams in there. So it's good for them. I mean, I don't know if it's their first European campaign. It's certainly the first one I've ever seen them in. But it's a good big occasion for them, and again, good occasion for some of the players on the sort of fringes of the squad to come in and make an impact and stake a claim for playing in bigger games.
Yeah, we've got to take it serious. It's hard to G yourself up for these games because they're not on opponents really. Probably never heard of them, half of us. And then the only reason we know who these are is because of McAllister's brother, because of the video on the plane. And it's credit to them for being where they are, like, but we've just got to make sure we take it serious on the pitch, because as we seen in the first game, we can get picked off, we can concede, and it's just about how we dust ourselves down and crack on. But main thing for us is, as I've said earlier, I play a strong team, try and win the first 3 or 4 games, and then let the kids have a run out. Mix it up a little bit, but let's go strong. Let's try and make a statement, winning 3 or 4 nils and that, and see how we go. But that's got to be one of the trophies we're looking for this season.
Yeah, 100%.
Best that'd be.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed if we didn't win it at the end of the season, I'll be honest. But obviously we've got Brighton at the weekend as well, so that'll happen before you hear from us again. So that's going to be tough. It depends what Brighton turns up, obviously. Is it going to be the Brighton that can go away to United and win 3-1? Or is it going to be the Brighton that goes to Villa Park and gets beat 6-1?
Mad.
They're mad, aren't they? But they're a good side, and we can't underestimate them.
No, definitely. Again, we've got to be cautious with teams like that who can hit it on the break and get in behind. But also we've got to have self-belief in ourselves now that we can go and fucking tear anyone apart. So it is I'm loving not knowing what the team's going to be each week. I'm loving not knowing who's going to start and feeling a little bit of disappointment when I don't see Nunes and then coming on. And, we've got the squad there. They all understand the vital parts of the season. And there doesn't seem to be anyone sulking. We just don't know what our best 11 is yet. And I think that's magic. I think it's great that, because I couldn't give you our best 11 now. It just depends how we turn up and who turns up on the day. But It is. It's going to be a hard game. It'll probably be a hard game Thursday, the hard game the weekend, and hopefully we come out with 3 points in each.
Yeah. No, that's all you can say about it. Really, it's exciting times again, isn't it? And again, there's a good feeling around the club, and just like on Twitter with the sensible fucking Reds on there. There's a great feeling about it, and we're just here to enjoy the ride now, aren't we? It's gonna be a crazy season. Let's hope there's not another fucking situation like there has been this weekend with fucking VAR. Let's hope that's just gone forever. And yeah, just gotta enjoy it. It is Klopp 2.0, as people are pointing out, and we'll beat anyone in the league. I've said it. I said it the other day. Guarantee. No, I'm being serious. Like, I genuinely think the way we play at the minute, we can beat anybody in this league.
Oh, I agree. Totally agree. I love the confidence though. Like, I remember us the first game of the season, lads. I nearly cancelled this podcast.
I know.
I'm moving abroad. No, I think it's just it is, as you say. It's a new era. It's a new dawn. It's exciting. It feels like it's Klopp's first season, and I feel like all them connections that we made with the old players and your Firminos, your Manes, and Henderson, and all that, feel like that's all coming back, and we're connecting with the new lads, and it feels special. Like, you don't expect, it's mad football. Like, you think of how long this football club's been going. Looking at me room because of all my things, and there's pictures of Shankly and Paisley and Dalglish and Klopp, but like, you get connected to these players who you love and adore for fucking 7, 8, 9 years, and then they're gone, and you think it's not going to be the same. Can't imagine going to a Liverpool match without Bobby Firmino, but then you've got someone who makes you feel like he did in the likes of Szoboszlai and that, and it's just a great feeling around the club again. We've got our confidence back, we've got our buzz back, the manager's got his buzz back, the players look fucking like they batter anyone for them. But obviously they've proven that with all the red cards. But we've got our buzz back, and I think part of the problem with the red cards is we are just that eager to win the ball and make them tackles, and there's no malice in it. There's been nothing dirty throughout any of them. We've been maybe a little bit rash sometimes, a little second too late here and there, bit of a slip here and there. Just that determined to win the ball before the opponents, and you can't buy that. I'd rather that all day. We just got to pick up the pace a little bit now.
That's it, 100%. What minute will be our red card tomorrow, do you reckon?
Oh, I reckon we might get one in the second half this time.
Yeah, they might give us one when we're already 3-1 up.
But it'll be 3-1 tomorrow, guarantee you. It'll be 3-1 tomorrow.
I know. You know what? Just for once, I want a 4-1 or a 5-1. Like, I know we're going to concede at some point. It might be a consolation, it might be the opener, but who knows? We're going to concede, but like, let's try and go above 3 for once. See where we go. But no, look, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I think it's going to be a good game. And I'm looking forward to Sunday, because we owe Brighton after last season. What they done to us last season shouldn't be on the internet. But we owed them after that, so I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully Milner's not giving them too many fucking tips.
Get him down for a booking, as you bet.
Yeah.
Milner booking, fucking McAllister red card.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely.
It's nice looking forward to the games again. It's nice not like picking holes in the team and looking at the opponents and thinking, oh, what could he do against us? Like, obviously that Matoma's a fucking beast, but if we just defend, he gets nowhere near us. And that's the beauty of Liverpool at the minute. If we play with a level head and we go, right, he is decent, let's sit in a little bit, let's be a bit cautious, then we're preventing people from attacking us. And I think we've got that in the locker now to be clever and play it game by game, rather than just going, right, this is the system, this is what we're doing anyway, even though we know he's rapid and he's going to get in behind you, just do it. So I don't think that's the case anymore. I feel like we are playing to our strengths against our opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, as I say, we will be back next week to discuss the upcoming games. We're going to win both of them. I'm confident in my belief of that. And yeah, look, it's a fun season ahead. Let's just enjoy it. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So fucking up the Reds.
Off their heads.